Today's technology puts pretty impressive cameras right in our pockets. Photography and videography provide some of the most effective tools to tell engaging and powerful stories about culture, community events, political movements, and the environment. Today we are going to review 10 quick tips and tricks to improve your ability to capture storytelling photos with your phone. First, frame it. Surround your subject with people, objects, and colors in a way that draws attention to the subject. There are several ways of doing this using shapes, leading lines, and color or texture to contrast. Second, never use your phone's zoom. This type of zoom is digital instead of optical, like a traditional camera lens. Using your phone's zoom causes you to lose precious resolution. 3. Get closer. Don't be afraid to get close to your subject if possible. Cameras have fairly wide angles and can cause your subject to get lost in a busy background. So move your body. Get up close and personal to make sure you're drawing attention to your subject. 4. Keep the head in joints. While you might not notice it right away, cutting off someone's head, feet, or joints can look really awkward in a photo. Make sure to watch your edges so that you are not accidentally giving your subject a flat top fade. 5. Lighting matters. Photography actually means drawing with light in Greek. Light is arguably the most important factor to consider. If you don't have enough of it, try using a spare light or someone else's phone flashlight to control the amount of light on your subject and make sure they are well lit. Try to avoid using your phone's flash. It tends to flatten your subject and throw harsh light. 6. Get lower. Don't be afraid to get dirty. Crouch down, lay down, explore different perspectives to view your subject from. Even everyday subjects can be transformed when you view them from a new perspective. 7. Tap to focus. Tapping on the subject on your phone screen will force your phone to autofocus on your subject, making sure they are sharp in the image. On some phones, you can tap and hold for focus locking on a moving subject. In general, know your settings. Play around with modes and settings and get to know your tool. For moving subject, most phones allow you to hold down the shutter button to take photos in bursts, making it more likely that you will capture the action. 8. Rule of thirds. It has been found that humans prefer compositions with balance and symmetry that follow the rule of thirds. Imagine that the frame is divided into 9 equal parts with 2 equally spaced horizontal and vertical lines. Try to keep your subject 1/3 of the way from the edges of the frame. You can also place important elements along these lines or their intersections called power points. You can also simply center your subject for symmetry. Again, explore your phone settings. Some have a setting that allows you to enable a composition grid overlay, like the one seen here. 9. Face the space. If you're following the rule of thirds, get your subject to face the open space in the composition. Similarly, for moving objects, try to capture them entering the open space. And finally, shoot lots. Even the best photographers throw out thousands and thousands of photos. Usually 95% of the photos that photographers take end up getting deleted or archived. The best rule of thumb for capturing amazing photos is to practice a lot. Shooting frequently means you're constantly learning and increasing your likelihood of capturing a unique moment. Don't forget to ask yourself, who or what is my subject? Think about creative ways to highlight your subject through the 10 tips we've outlined. And what story am I trying to tell? What will capture the essence of the story you're documenting? Is it in the close-up details, in the emotional reactions of your subjects, or in the action shots? At the end of the day, good storytelling with photos is all about capturing a moment and having an impact. This means making photos that display unique actions, emotions, landscapes, or phenomenon. A single photo can capture a story, call to action, or emotional appeal, but you can also create photo series that tell a story. Remember to capture a beginning, middle, and end using an opening, body, and closing photo. If you're making a social or environmental appeal, try adding a call to action in the closing photo. We hope you've learned a little bit more about how you can use your phone to capture meaningful photos for yourself and organizations you work with. This video was produced by the Canadian Freshwater Alliance. Join our community of freshwater guardians today at www.freshwateralliance.ca.